private sector, working with all the law enforcement agencies, we must pay attention to this matter of greed, crime, and corruption. You'll also remember that in 2018, in the State of the Province address, the Premier did make an announcement to the effect that taking this matter forward, we are going to be intensifying our relationships with former administrators in government, former politicians in government, and all of us who are currently in the fifth administration to make sure that we deal with this particular matter so that we are not seen to be paying lip service to it. Now, I have had a discussion with the national leadership, and I've indicated to the national leadership that one of the challenges that arose in the province was around this particular matter. And that as one embarks on early retirement from the position of Premier in the province, it is my hope, and I know that our leadership is going to do that all those issues that were raised in the State of the Province address, which center around matters of greed, crime, and corruption, as part of intensifying at all fronts the struggle against greed, crime, and corruption, will be attended to. I'll just give a few examples. One is that in the province there are over 5,000 foundations where contractors have been paid over the last 22 years or so, and those houses are not there. So one of the things we're going to do is to make sure that we look for the culprits, and we attend to the culprits, because more often than not, it will be said that the African National Congress is the one that misleads people, it is the one that is corrupt, when actually the organization called African National Congress is not a corrupt organization. What we need to do is that those of us who are deployed within the state, we must attend to this particular matter. So people must be getting their houses. As I say, it's over 5,000 foundations that are there. The second thing will be the incomplete roads projects, which are there, and extremely shocking, shoddy work that has been done around some of the roads in the province. The third thing will be, where are the shares of the government in as far as the ownership of Sun City is concerned? Because we had received numerous inquiries to say we had inherited from the apartheid government through the manifestation of the Bob government that particular infrastructure and that ownership of shares. So the question was, where are those shares? Where is the transaction? So we tried to look for the deposits, into the exchequer account of government, and we didn't find any cent coming in there. So we hope that these matters will continue to be attended to. We also hope, and I've raised this matter with the leadership, that there is a phenomenon of an account in the province called D account. It's an account that has got a relationship with traditional leaders, and what accrued to them used to be deposited into that particular account. It was established by the Bophuthatswana government then. There's been a ravaging and an abuse of this particular account. What we did as the fifth administration was to engage the former public protector. The report was completed, and I've asked the leadership to make sure that they follow up on this particular matter of the D account, because it's one of the issues that is very thorny in the province. The additional matter also is the continuous appointment of administrators to manage the financial and administrative affairs of traditional leadership in the province. Many of them did not manage those affairs properly, and most of the monies disappeared under the management of those administrators, which were appointed by the provincial government. So it's one of the things that we are going to deal with in implementing the resolution of the ANC of intensifying the struggle at all fronts to deal with matters of greed, crime, and corruption. Irregular, fruitless, and wasteful expenditure which has accrued over the years and also under the current administration. We have urged the leadership to make sure that those issues are not swept under the carpet. Linked to this particular matter is the abuse of immovable state assets by former administrators in government. Some of them are former HODs, and one of them, SG and DSG, is now in the Veterans League. This former HOD stay for free in government houses. Is now over 12 years. They don't pay money commensurate with what is required in the market, and they are also refusing to leave those particular houses. So this is one of the matters we were going to make sure that we attend to, and the leadership will attend to this particular matter. The disappearance of some of the assets that are owned by the government. It can be the Bob Recording Studio, which is now in private hands. We're investigating that particular matter. We hope it will continue to be investigated. Pieces of lands, farms. There was also a case which was open between the third and the fourth administration regarding the issue of wild animals that are owned by government. Nothing is moving on that case. We are going to address that particular case. The last example I want to give is the 29 forensic investigations, which 22 are already completed. The fifth administration, over and above the 29, had done 5. So I have an assurance from my leadership that these particular matters will be attended to, because partly is one of the reasons why we have a bit of quagmire in the province. The other matter which I've requested the leadership to attend to, as one goes on necessary early political retirement from position of premier, is to investigate this phenomenon which resulted in the looting and the torching of houses, destruction of government property in the following areas: Mafikeng, Taung, Kagisano Molopo, Joburton, and Dela River. This particular 5 areas. And we will at the right time indicate to the leadership our information with regard to the people who were behind this, what is called today the people's demand in the province. Because as far as we are concerned, that is nothing else but counter-revolution.